corporal punishment at school like paddling should still be allowed if parents approve. Kids should be exposed to some level of risk or danger.
I may be like those helicopter balls.
It's crucial to involve kids in every major family decision, even if they're very young.
I agree.
What?
Only cause
What are you talking about?
Okay, listen.
What are you saying?
No, but I'm in his head. He,
So you're manipulating.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Parents who drink or smoke around their kids are being irresponsible, period. I'm keeping mine on strongly agree. I hate smoking. I think smoking is disgusting. Okay.
What are we doing?
Ready?
Yes.
All right.
You're the red one. I'm the pink one.
All right, I'm ready.
I love how we're using perfumes.
Controversial questions surrounding kids.
Okay.
Parents should allow their kids to pick their own first name if they really dislike the one they were given.
That's so funny.
That's actually funny.
What if he hates his name? It'll be so sad.
Yeah. Well, you can change it to Ivor.
Actually, he has 4 options. Edward,
He's got a
Ivor,
lot
and
of.
McRae.
And he's 3.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be called McRae as a first name.
What if he wants to? He's like,
I doubt
my
it.
name's McRae.
Hello, McRae. Nice to meet you. No, I don't
He
think
has
so.
options.
What
was the question again? I got distracted.
Just if they don't like their name, do you allow them to change their name?
Yeah.
I'd be like, why? You know, why don't you wait till you're 18 if you feel that way? Yeah, change your name. I don't like. It doesn't really matter.
I keep forgetting we're talking about a child. Like,
Yeah, we're talking about a little bit like 6-year-old being like, I don't like my name.
I want to change my name too.
I'll be like, okay, what do you want to be called? Batman? We're not changing it like with the U.S. government. Like, you can be called Batman if you want to. I don't
for
care.
fun, but on your
For
passport,
fun, yeah.
it's
But your
not-
password, you're River, dude. It's crucial to involve kids in every major family decision, even if they're very young. I would say disagree with that one. Yeah.
This is.
I would say
I agree.
What?
Only cause.
What are you talking
I
about?
think- Okay. Listen.
What are you saying?
No. Just listen to me for a second.
Okay.
Listen to my parenting. So a big thing like us moving, right?
Okay.
If we ever had a big move, for example, we decided to move from California to Arizona, all his friends are here and stuff. I don't want him to ever feel that we just made this decision and move from one state to another without him being in the conversation. Even though it's not really his decision, I would make it feel like he had a say, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like,
but
he would
also,
sit
what
down
age are we talking here? Because it's a very different thing. Is he 8 years old? Or is he 15 years old?
I think like if he was like 13, you know, like somewhere in the middle,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Alright.
I would just make him feel like, hey, listen, you know, just lay it all down, like how, just show him like, oh, you'd have been like that, you'd be next to your grandparents and stuff, and make him feel like he's a part of the conversation, even though at the end of the day we would be moving, you know what I'm, just hypothetical situation.
Well, so you kind of disagree because they're not making it. The question was allowing them to help make the decision. You're
the
basically
question.
just telling them, hey, we're doing this. You're
It's-
going to love it. So you're not...
No, but I'm in his head. He,
So you're manipulating
Yeah.
him. Okay. All right. Basically, I agree. I'm going to manipulate this little man into thinking it was his
As long
decision.
as-
He's like, I decided as a family we were moving. It's crazy. My parents asked me where I wanted to move, and we moved there. All right. Anyways.
What's the question again?
No, we're moving on. If a child identifies with a different religion than their parents should still force their own beliefs.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah, no, I can like I disagree. I mean, there's no strongly.
No, like he's like he's his own human. If he's like, hey, like,
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah,
any
yeah.
religion in the world or not believe in any religion, it's like on him.
Yeah, no, my parents never forced any religion on me. I had a babysitter one time try to do it though. She was cuckoo. She literally was such a Jesus freak that she made me scared of the color red
That's.
because I associated it with the devil. Like that's how crazy she was.
I strongly disagree
So-
because coming from like a my mom's Christian and my dad's Hindu.
Yeah.
And they never like, no one was like, neither family was like, you need to be like fully Christian or you need to be Hindu,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It was just like, let's embrace both. You choose what you want when you're older, and I love both. So I
Yeah.
just
And you don't I don't feel like you have to choose between the two, you know? You can just follow God because I feel like God is present in every religion. So kids should be exposed to some level of risk or danger. So like exploring alone, riding a dirt bike, taking a bike, doing a jump, stuff like that to build independence. I agree.
I'm neutral.
I agree. I did it. My parents put me in everything. I was riding a dirt bike at like 6 years old.
I hate to say this, but once I think gets to that age, I may be like those helicopter boys. I am so scared of him getting hurt even now. Like, I swear if Ivor puts him on the floor just to crawl, I like freak out even if he like tilts.
Yeah, he'll like roll over and hit his head.
I like freak out. So I don't know if I would like.
But it's okay. We'll do it. You won't be there. It's no big deal. You won't even see anything.
Yeah. No.
You won't even see what's happening.
He's not riding bikes and shit, flying off stuff.
Here's the truth. No. Like, of course, you care and you want to protect him, but at the same time, you have to let him learn from failure, and like.
But he can also really get hurt.
Yeah, you don't expose them to an insane amount of risk. You expose them to a low amount of risk.
You were used to ride dirt bikes and stuff as a kid.
Yeah, but it's a low risk thing. I had a very, slow.
That's not a low risk thing.
Slow dirt bike. You have full gear on. Slow dirt bike, and my dad monitored where I could go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't like really hurt myself that bad. Although I did go into a ditch one time, and I remember my mom screaming.
You didn't tell me once I was a bee that went into your.
Yeah, but I was older then. Oh. I was like 16 and I was riding, and a wasp went into my jersey and was stinging me like 7 times while I was riding. It was horrible, but I was like more of an adult then. Parents who drink or smoke around their kids are being irresponsible, period. I'm keeping mine on strongly agree, 100%.
I feel like people are going to get angry with me because I feel like I know people that smoke in front of their kids.
I strongly disagree with it.
I strongly agree.
100 strongly disagree.
Agree. You put it on agree.
I mean, yeah, strongly agree. Strongly agree.
I agree because I feel like we heavily influence our kids, and if they see us doing it, then it's fine,
No, I think it's super irresponsible of parents to be drinking and smoking and doing vices in front of kids.
Depends on the age. Like, would you be smoking in front of your 6-year-old? That's completely irresponsible because in his brain, he thinks that's fine. So if his friend offers him a cigarette, he will be like, yeah, mom and dad do it, right?
I just don't think,
But I feel like smoking in front of your kid that's 16, that's a little different.
I hate smoking. I think smoking is disgusting. So yeah, we both agree that it's super irresponsible to be drinking and smoking around your children. Don't agree with it whatsoever, because we also want to influence like super healthy habits. We don't want to influence bad habits by any means. If they get to the age of 18 and they choose to do that stuff, obviously they're a kid, they're going to be exploring these kind of things. But hopefully it just doesn't affect their life in any way.
Yeah, I feel like when they're 18, I mean, every child at some point is going to drink.
100%.
But I would rather also...
And like, I don't mind having a glass of wine with my kid at 18.
Exactly.
Or not 21, or in America.
Yeah. Most likely they're going to drink at 18. Yeah. But... and if they do get drunk at a club, I want them to be able to like call mom and dad, say, hey, pick me up.
Yeah,
then be scared. To call us.
I agree. It's okay to rely heavily on grandparents or extended family for daily childcare.
Strongly agree.
I mean, heavily rely though. I'm just more of an agree.
You know something? Basically, in like basically in a world where society is perfect, we middle-aged people or whatever, young adults have children and they continue to go to work, and the elderly stay at home and take care of kids. And that young adult supplies takes care of the family.
Yeah.
Because when you're old, like now we made it so normal that old people should work, right? Because everyone has bills to pay and stuff, but actually it's the young adults that need to work, make up most of their workforce because we're young and fit. And old people stay back and raise the children.
Yeah.
Instead of like a 2-parent home where like one person's working and the grandmother's working and the mom has to stay back and take care of the child, or the child's in daycare.
Strongly agree. I think the reason why I didn't put strongly agree is because it said rely heavily. So like that to me is like us taking advantage of it, which I don't ever think that we should do that.
Heavily means take a big part. Like it's not like meeting grandma on Saturday, Sunday, on the weekend. It's like meeting grandma every day, which is how I grew up.
Yeah.
Because my mom was working and my dad was working, and that's how it was. Like some days my grandmother would pick me up from school every day if my mom had to work. And that's fine.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Especially because our grandparents are because they're older, they're only on this earth for a short amount of time. It's really sad.
Yeah.
So, Yeah.
Anyway. A little morbid there at the end, but it's okay.
So Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you're looking for gift ideas for your significant other, there's nothing better than gifting someone a classic piece of jewelry that they can wear with anything. So I got these pieces from Ana Luisa around a month ago, and the reason I'm sharing them right now is because I actually wanted to wear these for an entire month and see if they actually last. Especially with us at home, we're doing so much with the baby that my jewelry always comes in contact with water. So it's so important for me to get jewelry that's good quality, that's tarnish free, and most importantly, water resistant. I bought so much jewelry over my lifetime that claims to last you forever, and they start to tarnish within a week. I got this classic cuff with these gold hoops back in December, and I've been wearing them almost every day, doing stuff around the house, doing stuff with the baby, giving him a bath, doing the dishes, and these definitely pass the quality check. So I'm really happy. Ana Luisa is so confident about the quality of their products that they're going to give you a 2-year warranty. And the best part, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get good quality pieces. These only start at $39, and they also do fast and free shipping in the US and really affordable shipping for international orders. If you're looking to get a gift for a significant other, they have so many classic styles. This is just 2 of hundreds and hundreds of pieces that they have on their website. Shop my favorite long-lasting jewelry for up to 25% off. The more you buy, the more you save. I'm adding a link in the description.
Kids are never too young to learn about finances and family money issues. Strongly agree. I don't know about family money issues, but I agree with kids should learn finances.
Yeah, they
100%.
should learn. Yeah, they should learn about finances, but money issues, like, it depends on, like.
Those are 2 different things, though.
Yeah. I'm not
finances and money
I'm not gonna burden a child with financial issues.
No, never.
Obviously, I'm gonna teach them the value of money and the importance of, like, you know,
and I think that's a
planning,
good thing.
Saving.
Yep, and that's a really good thing. I think my parents did. So I would like to do that as well as a parent. You know, come to realize, as parents, you really just learn how you were parented and try to, like, you know, bring some of those aspects you liked or disliked
That's so important how you grew up, because I feel like how we were parented is how
you'll parent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or you learn from it, or you do the opposite, because, like, you were parented wrong, so you're like, okay, I'm going to do this the exact opposite for my child.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like this.
What didn't you like about yours?
Oh wait, yeah, actually. So my mom's watching this. She'd be like, "Are you serious?" No, but this came out of a place from love. Where I told you
this. For sure, this is something I would do.
So when my mom was like a health fitness freak, right, while I was growing up, and because of that, we ate, like, super healthy food. Like, when I went to school, like, everyone had these yummy snacks, and my tiffin box was like hard-boiled eggs and, like, veggie sticks and stuff.
Yeah.
And she meant it in a good place, like, oh, I'm going to give my children the best healthy food, but
which is what you should be doing.
But then I felt like I was deprived, and I would go behind her back and eat all this junk food, like, for my friends. I just had to quietly go to the store. My grandmother gave me money, and I would buy chips. This is when I was really young, by the way.
You're a bad child.
Now I'm like, now I'm grateful. I'm like, thanks, Mom. I'm grateful that you put good things into my body, and you know, nutritious food instead of just chips. But
no, your mom did right by you. I 100% strongly agree there.
But no, I'm saying that I wouldn't be too restrictive with him, because I feel like being too restrictive can also backfire, right? Because then you want to do everything, like, when you're restrictive, you want that more. Like, if you say no candy, then he's gonna want to have only candy, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think it's just more important to, like, I didn't know. Like, my parents let me eat whatever I want. Yours
was the opposite.
Yeah, whatever I wanted. I mean, I wake up, I go to the freezer, Eggos every morning. So I would just eat like crap. Except my dad, like, loved cooking, like, good meals for dinner and stuff. Mm-hmm. Kids under 10 shouldn't have smartphones.
Wait, strongly agree. Yeah, wait, what am I doing?
Next year he gets
I thought that was agree. That happened my mistake. I strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Okay, we can move on to the next one because we agree. All right. Yes, we both agree they should not have smartphones.
Yeah.
It would ruin their development, I think.
For sure.
I didn't have a cell phone when I was a kid.
I had one when I was, I think, 14 or 15.
Yeah, 15 I got a
Yeah.
cell phone. That's a good age.
I think anything under 10 is.
Yeah. It's okay to lie to kids about certain things, like Santa Claus and birds in the bees. I don't know what birds in the bees is, but like Santa Claus and stuff. What do you think?
Like a white lie to like make their childhood better.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well,
I mean-
strongly agree, babe.
Wait, what am I doing? I keep thinking that's agree because it's like facing towards me. Yeah, strongly agree.
Okay.
I mean, these things
No, it's part of childhood.
like a small white lie to make
Yeah.
their childhood more magical and better, like Santa and stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Kids should have the freedom to choose their own bedtime. Strongly disagree.
Disagree. I don't strongly disagree. I just disagree because I feel like it should be if your parenting style is like really over controlling,
Mm-hmm.
it can backfire. So I disagree in the way like it could be like we meet in the middle kind of parenting style, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
You know, like we give him a bedtime that's what if it's 8 p.m. but then he's given a little flexibility.
Okay.
Like, you know, okay, I want to sleep at 9:30 today, but every day it'll be 8.
Well, I think it's important to get them on a proper schedule, especially, you know, when, you know, later on in life, I think our schedules are going to get even more crazy. And if he doesn't get proper sleep and then we don't get proper sleep, obviously there's going to be exceptions. I think like there's going to be nights where we have like movie night late or like we go out and we do something. So there's always exceptions. But as far as like him being like, hey, mom and dad, I'm going to bed at this time. That's not happening.
Yeah. No, that's why I
So
say
that's why I
disagree.
strongly disagree.
That's why I say disagree. Like, it's not strongly. Like, I think it would be, there would be like flexibility. You know?
Okay.
If he's like one day like, hey, listen, I really want to play games and sleep past the bed, and then it's fine.
Okay.
So it's not
Alright.
like a strong.
Parents should monitor all of their children's internet activity.
I mean, what age?
I mean, as soon as they're old enough to get on. So it'd be like, I think we'll do before 18,
I think before 16.
before 16.
18's a full good.
Yeah.
I was in London in college.
Okay, before 16.
Before 16,
I strongly, I agree.
I agree they should. It's not
Yeah.
like a strong thing. I mean,
you
I'm
have
not
to
gonna
make sure-
like spy on them
It's
consistently.
also our duty to like protect them in a certain way. And there's a lot of horrible people online and horrible things online. And actually, that's how like a lot of kids can get into trouble. You know, is like seeing something online and then doing it, or like maybe getting exposed to some weirdo that wants to talk to them. You know what I mean? So like it's our duty to like make sure
Yeah.
that that's not happening, and we're gonna always protect him and any others
Yeah.
that we have. So that's kind of how
I feel like
about it.
with a boy, and I'm not. It's not. This is like. We might get this might be a little controversial, but I think I would be a little more protective about if we had a daughter compared to like a son.
Yeah.
Of her being on the internet, just because like you
Yeah.
said, there's like weird people online.
For sure.
You know, like predators online. If she's on Instagram or like
Fully.
Facebook,
Yeah.
I think I would be a little more careful about a girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like 15, 16. But otherwise, after that point, I don't think you can control.
No, there's a-
because they are going to go out in the world. They're going to explore things, and the more
Yeah.
you control them, I feel it can backfire because then they do things behind your back.
Homeschooling is better than traditional schooling.
Homeschooling is.
I'm actually
I'm
gonna
disagree.
stay. I'm gonna stay neutral on this one.
I'm going to disagree because I feel like now I want him to go to school because I feel like even though at home, our first argument was if we're at home, we can control what he learns and, you know, all the information he gets. Because once he's out there in the world, we can't really control what information he is gathering from schools and stuff. But now I feel like it's so important for social skills and also just for us to have mental peace.
To be alone.
Yeah, just to no, just to be good parents. You know what I'm saying? Those now I know our children go to school. It's those 5 hours in a day or whatever. It's for us to reboot. So for us to reboot.
I have a different opinion on this. I think once he gets to a certain age, I think whatever 6th grade is, I believe it's probably maybe like 9 or something like that. Anything before 9, I think we can totally homeschool
Homeschool
them
him.
because I want that flexibility of picking up and going to another country
Yeah,
and traveling or going to India and seeing. And if we're tied down to just like a school system, that makes it really difficult
Yeah.
for us. So I'm kind of like in a neutral. I think there will be a point where I want him to obviously go to school. He needs to have friends, but I also think that he's gonna get that from sports because that's where I got a lot of it. He'll be in like, I'm gonna put this guy in everything, like just like my parents did, and just see what he likes. And you learn a lot of those social skills you're talking about from sports. So I'm not really worried about that.
If he was in like, I guess that if he was in like activity clubs and stuff and sports, that would be fine. But as long as he has like some kind of like social setting, I mean, he can't be that child that is homeschooled and his only two friends has mom and dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I know. I agree with that. Teens should be allowed to date as soon as they feel ready. Well, interesting. Well, we have a boy.
I forgot that a teen is 13?
Yeah.
Considered a teen? Like,
I mean, I went on dates when I was 13. I went to a movie. I remember a movie theater.
I feel like I was a child when I was 13. I was like playing with dolls for sure. I think India is a little different. I was not going on dates when I was 13.
But
what is considered a teen? For me, 13
I think
is still a
13
child.
to 16 probably, somewhere in there. It's different with a son and a daughter.
Yeah.
You had a daughter, I'd be like, no way, you're not dating
That's
nobody.
so funny though.
You're not dating nobody.
If he came home from school and he's like, I like this girl.
Yeah, I'd be like, cool.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'd be like,
and if the girl
fist
came
bump.
out and be like, hey dad, can I go for a date? No.
Never.
No
way. Not happening.
That's actually so funny.
No, I would obviously like that's something that a father probably like the worst day of his life is like when his daughter grows up and she wants a date. I don't even want to look forward to something like that, but you know, we'll explore that when we get there. I honestly think I'll be a cool dad in that aspect.
You'll be a cool dad?
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're neutral.
I'm neutral. I think that as long as like he comes from a good family and he's a good person.
It also depends like what the date is. Like, are you guys going for a movie?
Now,
like,
if he walks in and he's got like tattoos and stuff, I'm like, you're out of your mind. Like, we're moving. Like, you have lost.
Coming in.
You've lost your
tattoos,
mind.
though.
I don't know, but it could happen at 16.
Okay.
So
yeah, I think it depends on like also like the situation where they're going. Like if he comes home like, hey, I want to get a girl over for a date, she just wants to come over for like a play date, I'll be like, yeah. Like, whatever.
But what if she's like 16 and she's like, I'm gonna stay out all night with this guy? You've lost your mind. It's acceptable to read your kid's diary or private messages if you're worried.
If you're worried.
So let's say, I guess this could be taken as like, you think they're in some sort of depression or something. So that would be something that's you're worried about. So yeah, if my kid was into depression and they weren't telling me what's going on, I would want to know what's going on. So I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
Only if it was.
Yeah. Otherwise,
no. I wouldn't.
Super stable.
I wouldn't be, like, Snoopy. If he was fine.
There's no reason to be
like,
Snoopy.
Yeah. If he came home one day and he was sad, or he looked like.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And they didn't want to tell us what was going on.
Or if he looked like he was doing, like, came home looking fishy, like he did something.
Yeah.
You know.
Like smoked a little joint or
something.
Exactly.
Then I would definitely snoop through things.
Okay.
But it's just to protect them.
Corporal punishment at school, like paddling, should still be allowed if parents approve. I'm just going to keep it on strongly disagree.
What is paddling?
Like a parent or a teacher taking like a whip and hitting them.
No way.
Not a whip, but like a paddle, like a paddle.
That's a thing?
A parent? I mean, back in the day, I think it used to be, yeah.
Where?
You don't know about teachers that used to smack kids and stuff?
Actually, yeah. India it is a thing now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't experience it in my school. I went to a private school, but I'm pretty sure that in government schools, teachers hit children.
Yeah. So that's a big no-no for me.
For sure.
You touch my child, it's over. I think overall, we agree on a lot of stuff. We don't have too many disagreements there.
We had a few, but I feel like it's good because it's good to sometimes have two different parenting styles. You know what I'm saying? If mom's like, if I am like the lenient, kind of like babying him, I feel like right now we're both softies with him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. He's a baby.
We've been trying to sleep train him for, I think, forever.
Couple months.
And I'm not even lying, this exact thing happened. We put Riv on the crib.
Yeah.
And he's in the crib and he's playing and then he goes like, and when we both looked at each other, we were like, oh my god, like I can't do this. He looks so, like I can't. I literally cannot leave him in the crib.
Yeah.
Sleeping with us.
No, it sucks.
We're such softies.
Yeah. Like I looked at him in there and I was like, I didn't even really want to sleep without him. Because I kind of,
sleeping with him.
I love sleeping with him, but even though he like wakes us up constantly and we just get like shit sleep, it's still like I couldn't imagine him not being there now.
I know,
You know, and
right?
being in like the crib, I feel bad. Like
Yeah,
we're like doing
yeah.
something wrong, like putting him in the crib.
I feel like I'm a bad mom just leaving him in the crib.
Yeah.
And guess what the funny part is? The crib's right in the bed next to us.
Yeah, it's right there.
In the room. It's just on the opposite end.
Yeah.
Like far from the bed. But
All right, that's it.
he's hungry. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
All right, see you next time.
Before we end the video, just a quick reminder that I'm adding a link in the description to shop all these pieces from Ana Luisa.